Hi crafters, this is Jerry with Crafty Stash. Wanted to show you the second in the series of two. We had done the easel card 1 and now we're doing easel card 2. This is the floral easel. The prior one was a swirl easel, and these were the two die sets that came as a set on HSN Craft Day. And these are Crafter's Companions easel die sets. So the first one, if I can find it, well, it looked like this. And if I can find the card, I'll show you. But I can't seem to, oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, this is the card that we made with the first one. And this is the easel. Comes up like this, and we'll have a stop there. And I will link below this tutorial. Now we're doing the second in the set, and I'm going to do it a little differently this time. I'm going to make it a solid background instead of the see-through background. And again, this is the floral easel. So step by step, I did one where it's not an easel card, it's just a card, and I can quickly show you how I did that. These come with, don't know if you can see that there, but put all the pieces together. Well, I don't want to do it in white because my camera goes boink, boink, boink. All right. So we have the two outer dies that will cut the outside. The inner die only cuts inside. And if you've used any of the Crafter's Companion Create-A cards, you will know what I mean. And I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is the outside. This is my paper that's sitting in there just to hold it together to show you. This is the outside part. And so what I'll be doing is I'll take a 5x5 card, which will end up being an 11x5 and start all over again. It's 11 by 5.5 inch. Fold it in half. There you get your card, right like that. You will cut the largest die, and that will make the simple card. Then I take another scrap, however big, but it has to be at least 5.5 by 5.5, and I will put the inner die, and I'm sorry, I won't use this yet. Forget that. I'll just use the die cut that does the inside, and I'll put it on top of this, 1/2 of it. All right, and I'll put it through my Gemini, blah blah blah, and I will get this part. Now I'm going to cut another one of these large ones, and I'll cut the top off. You need to make sure that you trim it, you cut it out so that there is a bit of the fold line there, because you want it to fold. So have this off of your card so it doesn't cut into all of it, and that way you'll have a card. So you'll do your second one as well, trim off the top so it'll fit, and that's your background. So if you want to just do a regular card, that's how you would do that. Now you can do this with two-sided paper. You can put another sheet of paper on here, however you want to do it. Do some more popping and blinging, whatever suits you. But this is the basic. All right, so what we're going to do is, again, I'm going to show you, this time I'll show you exactly how I put the my sandwich to put in my Gemini Junior. I'll be using my Gemini Junior here. Okay, again, we're going to take, this is the smaller one. I'm going to take the large. Again, this is a 5.5 by 11 sheet of paper or cardstock. This happens to be a heavy paper. It's not a cardstock, so however you wish to do it, it'll work. Okay, and you will put your die on top of that, leaving it just above the fold line. Okay, and then we're going to put this in our cut, in our Gemini, and we'll use our cut plate, put our paper face down, our die around it. I'll put my magnetic sheet, my top plate, and my plastic shim. And you'll see again that my shim is warped. I just set it in boiling water and let it get soft, and then I put it through my Gemini a few times back and forth, and it straightens right out. So then I'll put it through there, blah, 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 take it apart, and this is what I get. Okay, set that aside. So then what I want to do as well, because I'm using this as my easel piece, and you can do this with any die you have. And I will do a couple more with some other dies, some Anna Griffin dies, anything that you have, you can do the same thing. So you take this half. Now, this actually comes with a die that will score. So you can do that, or just place a ruler there and score it. Fold it in half. Now you have your easel. This is your easel base. From here you can go anywhere. And you know, I can take my other dies that I've cut and I can place them on here. I can back them with a solid sheet. You know, I can do just a myriad of things. But what I did then was I took and I cut another with my large outside cutter, did the same thing as I did with this, and I cut another one sheet. This is my background. Then I took some silver paper, and all I did was place my silver paper. I put the inside die and the smaller cutting die on the outside of this, and just place it where it fits, and it'll fit perfectly. And you'll see that there'll be just a little bit of a border around it. Just make sure it's even all the way around. And you'll put it in just as you did before, your bottom sheet. The only change would be is that I'm going to put my metal shim underneath. Because it is an intricate die, I want my metal cutter, my metal shim, to be underneath my die to cut into it. So I have my metal shim, my paper, my dies, and I hold them down with some washi tape. Then I put my magnetic, I put my top, and I use my plastic shim. Okay, so I'll take all of those off. After I've cut, now you have to be very careful to pull your metal or your magnetic sheet off of this, because it'll pull it up. So be very careful, hold it down, and what you want to do is then take your, empty some of the pieces in here. You want to put your embossing mat down. Slide this off of your metal shim, because now we're embossing. Okay, so I do this to where the paper is this way, obviously. So I want that to emboss then. So I put it through the same way, except for I do not use two black shims at the same time. So if I'm using my embossing, I will not use my magnetic and vice versa. So put that aside. You'll put your top plate and your plastic shim, put it through, blah, 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 and this is what you'll get. Things are flying everywhere. Okay, and that's what I'll get. Put everything else aside. Now, obviously, I've already placed it on top of the background that I had. I just put some liquid glue all around it, or you can put it through your Xyron, however you wish. And that's that. Now, the only thing I have left to do is place it on my easel base. And there I have my beautiful easel card. And then it folds down, folds up, folds down. Now I probably will put some type of paper on the inside of this. I'll put my sentiment. I've seen it also where people put their sentiment on the back or on the back, however you wish to do it. And you bling it up a little bit and put some more things on there, and you have your card. Now it does come with a couple other pieces, and I will show you. I'll take out my trusty diamond press, because I love to do this with some of my smaller pieces so I don't have to fiddle with the Gemini. It came with another die, they're little flowers, that you can use for your easel stop. So this is my diamond press. You put it in your plastic folder and run it through. I run it through twice. You don't have to, because it will cut very easily. And there you go. There's your two little flowers. And you can use those for your stopper if you wish. Just like here. You put it, fold it up just a tad. Here's the other one. It goes out. And you can either have them here, you can use them as stoppers, because when you fold it up, of course you want it to hold there so your easel holds. And there you go. So there's your second in the series of your easel cards from the set that came from Crafter's Companion. Again, the first one was the Swirl Easel. This one is the Floral Easel. And like you can see here, you can just use the flowers and cut them out. You can cut out all the little pieces. It does come with the leaves as well for a die. So you can do some of the little flowers in different colors, put the leaves on the inside, die cut a sentiment, put that out there. There's 1,000 ways to do it. So I hope you have happy crafting. Enjoy. Bye-bye.